Welcome back. I found some key differences that almost no one talks about. So watch to the end or you'll miss the most important part.
Task list this morning and realised my to-do list has more items than my grocery list, which is impressive because I shop when I'm hungry. So let's talk pricing before this turns into another unfinished task. ClickUp pricing is built to scale depending on how serious you are about productivity. There's a free forever plan that gives unlimited tasks, members, and basic features, which is generous if you're just starting out or managing simple projects. Paid plans usually start with an entry-level tier aimed at small teams, offering advanced views, automations, integrations, and more storage. Higher tiers unlock deeper customization, time tracking, goal tracking, advanced reporting, and enterprise-grade controls. ClickUp's pricing structure is designed so you can grow into it, but it can feel like a buffet where everything looks great and you're not sure how much you actually need. Freedcamp pricing takes a different approach. There is a genuinely usable free plan with unlimited projects and users, which already covers task lists, milestones, discussions, and file sharing. Paid plans add more advanced features like time tracking, invoicing, CRM tools, and enhanced storage, but the overall structure is simpler and easier to predict. Freedcamp feels less like a productivity mall and more like a focused workspace that knows what it wants to be. Now let's move into ClickUp features, because this is where it really flexes. ClickUp is an all-in-one productivity platform that combines task management, docs, goals, dashboards, whiteboards, and automation into one ecosystem. You can view your work in lists, boards, calendars, timelines, Gantt charts, and more, which makes it adaptable to almost any workflow. Tasks can be deeply customized with statuses, priorities, tags, custom fields, dependencies, and recurring schedules. ClickUp docs allow teams to create knowledge bases, SOPs, and meeting notes that link directly to tasks. Goals and OKRs help teams track progress across projects, while dashboards provide real-time visibility into workload, deadlines, and performance metrics. Automation is another major strength, allowing repetitive actions to run automatically based on triggers and conditions. Integrations connect ClickUp with tools like Slack, Google Drive, GitHub, and many others, making it a central hub for work. Another important thing to consider with ClickUp is how it impacts day-to-day productivity once the novelty wears off. For teams that invest time in setting up templates, standardized statuses, and dashboards, ClickUp can dramatically reduce meetings and status check-ins because everything is visible in one place. Managers can instantly see bottlenecks, overdue tasks, and workload distribution without chasing people for updates. However, if a team doesn't commit to consistent usage, ClickUp can quickly become cluttered with abandoned spaces, duplicated lists, and half-finished automations. This means ClickUp works best when there's a clear system owner or process champion keeping things organized. When used correctly, it feels like a command center for work. When used casually, it can feel like a very powerful tool that's only being used at 10% of its potential. ClickUp pros and cons are worth weighing carefully. On the pro side, ClickUp is extremely powerful and flexible, capable of replacing multiple tools if you fully commit to it. It's ideal for teams that want customization, advanced reporting, and scalability. On the downside, that same flexibility can feel overwhelming. New users may face a learning curve, and setting things up properly takes time. Performance can also vary depending on how complex your workspace becomes. If you love control and customization, ClickUp feels like a productivity playground. If you prefer simplicity, it may feel like overkill. Freedcamp features focus on clarity, collaboration, and ease of use, which is refreshing in a world of feature overload. Freedcamp offers task lists, Kanban boards, milestones, calendars, and discussions that keep teams aligned without unnecessary complexity. Tasks are straightforward, making it easy to assign work, set due dates, add comments, and track progress. Milestones help teams visualize long-term goals, while discussions reduce the need for endless email threads. File sharing is built in, so documents stay connected to the work they support. Paid modules add time tracking, invoicing, CRM capabilities, and password management, allowing teams to extend functionality only when needed. Freedcamp also supports integrations with popular tools, helping it fit into existing workflows rather than forcing a complete system overhaul. Freedcamp pros and cons reflect its philosophy. On the positive side, it's easy to use, quick to set up, and genuinely useful even on the free plan. Unlimited users and projects make it especially appealing for growing teams or freelancers collaborating with multiple clients. The interface is clean and less intimidating than heavier platforms. On the downside, Freedcamp doesn't offer the same depth of customization, automation, or advanced reporting as ClickUp. Power users may find it limiting if they need complex workflows or highly detailed analytics. It prioritizes simplicity over extreme flexibility, which can be either a strength or a limitation depending on your needs. When it comes to ratings at Capterra, both ClickUp and Freedcamp generally receive positive user feedback with strong scores for usability and value. Ratings can change over time, and availability may vary by region, so always check the latest reviews directly on Capterra. These ratings reflect aggregated user experiences and should be treated as guidance rather than absolute truth. Another key aspect of Freedcamp that often gets overlooked is how well it supports long-term collaboration without overwhelming the team. Because the interface stays consistent and avoids constant feature sprawl, users tend to stick with it rather than abandon it after a few weeks. This makes Freedcamp especially effective for small agencies, remote teams, and client-based work, where simplicity and reliability matter more than advanced automation. Team members spend less time learning the tool and more time actually completing tasks. While it may not satisfy power users who want deep customization, Freedcamp excels at staying out of the way, letting teams focus on execution instead of configuration, which can be a productivity advantage in itself. Final takeaway time. If you want an all-in-one productivity system that can scale endlessly and replace multiple tools, ClickUp is the powerhouse choice. If you want a clean, reliable project management tool that's easy to adopt and budget-friendly, Freedcamp is a strong alternative. Neither is objectively better. The right choice depends on how much complexity you want in your daily workflow. If this breakdown helped, hit like, subscribe for more honest software comparisons, and click the link below to explore ClickUp or Freedcamp for yourself and see which one actually fits how you work.